Hi everybody, welcome back to Amber Marie and AZ. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. And if you are a new viewer, thank you so much for coming to visit. I'm sorry this video is not as stitchy as it usually would be, because over the last week and a half since my last video, there's been a lot of knitting. I do many different types of stitching. 3 of the hats that I did, I can't show you because they went out for Christmas, and today is December 30th. And those were the ones that I made my children, who are all grown. But my youngest daughter, who is engaged, her fiance has 2 daughters from a prior marriage. And when they saw Sarah's hat, they both wanted one for themselves. So I let them pick their yarn, and I'm waiting for Sarah and Chris to pick them up and give them to the girls. So I'll show you their hats. This was the yarn that the oldest child picked, Brandy. A nice pink and black variegated. And this is what Ashlyn, the younger daughter, chose. She's a fan of purple. And then I made one for my husband because his birthday is January 2nd and he needed a new beanie. So it's just a double thickness knit 2 purl 2 ribbed beanie. Very, very simple. Hopefully he'll like that because he shaves his head and needs to stay warm. On the stitching front, Enchantment of the Wolf by Hade is on hold. I did some work on it, quite a bit of work on it, but it got to the point where it felt like a job and not something enjoyable, because of all the gray confetti, and it's very difficult to see the differences in the grays. So it just became tedious. But here's the progress on that. Since my last video, the majority of this got filled in, and some work up in here. A lot of gray. A lot. So, and these are the largest pages I've ever seen on anything I've stitched. They're just massive. So that is on temporary reprieve. My son is the only one that gave me stitchy-related gifts for Christmas, and he nailed it so well. He got me my 18-count Aida, which I love, a floss bin, which I really needed, and this one looks like it's actually going to stay secure. So he chose very well with that, and he got me a kit. I'm not normally a floral stitcher, but purple and teal are my favorite colors, and I think that's why he chose this. And it's beautiful. So, I don't adhere to the rule of show it before you use it. I just don't do that. So, I started this Friday night. Today is Sunday. But this is the kit that he got me. And there is a problem with the charting. So, if you buy Design Works, please be conscious of this. Especially in this kit. In the darker part of the orchids here, there are 2 symbols that are nearly identical on the chart. One is a heart. I thought the hair was on me. One is a black heart, and the other is a black upside-down triangle. And they tend to sit next to each other, and so they look like the same thing. So please be very, very, very aware of that issue in the charting. But here is where I'm at on it. Because of the problem in the charting, it's going very slow for me. I'm normally a very, very quick stitcher, but this one's moving rather slow because of that. But it is absolutely beautiful. It's shades of pink, but when they're all together, the photograph makes them look very purple. So I'm very pleased with that. The puppies are doing very well. They are happy and bouncy, other than right now when they're taking a puppy nap. Chrissy has recovered beautifully from her surgery. We are still waiting for the hair to come in on her belly. It's started growing in, but it's rather slow, so I have to keep her in a very comfortable temperature because without the hair, canines can't regulate their own body temperature. So that's the one consideration I have to look out for. Other than us being ill, that's pretty much it for stitching and basic life news. I have one other project I'm knitting on that is for my friend Bridget. Hi, Bridget. She doesn't make videos, but she stitches lovely pieces. And I can't show it yet because I don't want her to see it until after it's already in the mail. And I'd like you, please, to pay special attention and visit Slovak Farm. I mentioned this at the end of my last video. Laura Reed and her husband Joe are completely hilarious. They both do some wonderful stitching, but they are just a hoot. They are truly a hoot. Please let them know that you're visiting from here so that they realize that people do appreciate them and that there are a lot of us out there that watch them. They and I both have very small channels, so every viewer is very much appreciated, and nobody goes unnoticed. I am so thankful everybody's been commenting on my videos recently. It's made me so happy to hear from all of you. Please continue to do so because I love hearing from you, and I think I make sure that I respond to everybody. At least I certainly try to. On that note, all of you know that I was injured by a drunk driver 18 years ago and left disabled, and New Year's Eve is a time where a lot of people are drinking and driving, so please be especially mindful of that and very, very careful, please. And have a wonderful New Year and tons of stitching and knitting and quilting and whatever it is that you enjoy doing. My thoughts and prayers are with all of you as always. God bless you. Until next time, bye-bye.